This is a great movie, my goodness. Oh, wow, this is tremendous. We had a tremendous time at 7:30. I want to thank Reverend Aaron for putting this together and all those participating in this panel. And they're going to share some very basic and important information. At the 7:30 service, there was just a lot of light bulb moments that we just don't know because we are not experts in this particular area. And so we want all of our young people to have this information, but as parents, as guardians, we want you to have some very basic information. Now, Aaron, do you all have handouts? Do we have enough? Okay. Oh, I said no. We don't have enough of the comic book. Producing more cards. Okay, so you will have more cards by the end. By the end, we'll make sure that everyone has a copy of the cards. We will order more copies of the comic book here. And this comic book is the juvenile justice system. It gives you information about an encounter with the juvenile justice system, the justice system in general. This will be very important and instructive for parents so that you can have this information. One of the questions that was asked earlier, for those how many people are students or you live outside of the state of Illinois? Raise your hand. All right. So we also want to get you information about what you do in your specific state. That if you have an encounter with the legal system, what are the steps that you should take? We want to make sure that you have this. This is going to be an ongoing discussion that we want to continue to do these things periodically, but we want to arm everyone with some very basic information that can save your life. Some things that you should know, some things that you should not do. I'm going to mess with Davina, but she did it earlier. She broke it down and said, this is what you don't do when you have an encounter with the police. She broke it down. She really broke it down. And so I want to thank all of those who are participating on this panel, taking their time, utilizing their gifts to share with us. It was really enlightening for me earlier. I want to listen in to some of the information that they're going to share. I know that I will learn so much more.
As a police officer, stop. Yes, but there's a couple of things, a few things that you should not do when you get stopped by the police. First of all, attitude is everything. Everything. When I tell you everything, it's everything. How you act, how your attitude is, and your character is, can determine where this stop is going to go. Whether it's going to go good or whether it's going to go bad.
This is one of my advice for parents. Have some type of line of communication with your children at all times. Because there have been times that children could not get in touch with their parents. They have to sit in that office until a parent is notified. There's nothing police or anybody can do until a parent is brought into the picture.
So the main thing is just be polite. Yes sir, no sir, give me your license. And you more than likely will be released. If you committed a crime, you're going to go to jail. But just try to just do the right thing. And then, again, if you get stopped by a bad policeman, don't fight. Do not resist the police. That's the worst thing you could ever do. Go to jail. If he hits you, make a report. Sue him, but don't try to fight him back on the street.
As far as what you should do, at the time when the lady at first initially, and they surrounded me, initially stopped me, I told them I wanted their name and badge number. I was ready to take out pen and paper and start writing some names down. But what stopped me was, the main issue was this book bag. And my pen and paper is in my book bag. Now, I know that if I make, as she mentioned earlier, any further movements toward that book bag, now officers like to use their justification for pulling out their gun, officer safety. So I knew in my mind, okay, if I throw my book bag, somebody might pull out a gun. There's 10 officers. And all it takes is for one of those 10 to pull the trigger, okay? And so I kind of had to stop, pause, okay, and realize that even though I know I didn't do anything wrong, and ultimately, once everything is all said and done, no, I know nothing would have happened until I be exonerated.
And now, mothers, let me talk to you. The second biggest problem I have are the parents, and especially the good parents. You know what you do? You tell the police exactly what you was doing, and I drop to my knees. Because you are violating his right to remain silent. It is not yours, it's his. Because when you tell him to speak, he's the one that's going to be charged. I can do nothing with that. I can ask you what your motivation was, and many of you are just good people. You just, and you want it, and you think, as so does the child or the adult, you think, and the police officers, you know you use this one, sometimes if you just tell me what I want to know, I'll let you go. Pull your toes in, officers, if it's not you.
Anytime we get more suspicious, that gives us more rights and wants us to want to investigate more because we think you're trying to hide something. So if you don't have a reason, you don't have warrants, you're not wanted in 10 states, you didn't just commit a crime, you didn't do it, there's no reason to not give the officer your name and address. Oh, well, I'm so-and-so and I live over here. I live 2 blocks from here. I'm going home. Whatever. That's not an invasion of your privacy. You do not have to give us that information. But understand, anything that you do that is adversarial, it raises our suspicions. And once our suspicions go up, officers are looking for probable cause. So a simple traffic stop, sometimes we're just stopping you to tell you, hey, your lights are out, and I need you to get that fixed, or someone else is going to give you a ticket. Because my job, I try not to write tickets because I have another mission. Most of the time, like I said, we respond to trouble spots. So we're driving around trying to assist other officers to make sure, keep the peace. We're not really giving citations, which will cause you money. But if I stop you, you did something or there's something wrong. So when I come to you and I say, hey, your light's out, why are you stopping me? You don't have any rights to do this. And I'm wondering, well, who is this person? Are they a criminal? Are they running for something? Did they just do something and trying to get further away from someone else? I don't know. So everything is, like she said, is in your attitude.
What? Walk fast, walk fast, walk fast. Come on, get to me. Get to me. Uh-oh, you're not shoulder to shoulder. What's happening here? No. Did anybody bump into each other? Okay, the law says that a battery is an intentional touching of another person without their consent. Did you commit a battery? Did you intentionally touch it? Okay, yeah, but you committed a battery. Why? Because intention has a different meaning than what you think it does. It's, did you know or should you have known that you were going to touch that person? Now, when you lined up in that aisle, 4 to 4, and closed your eyes, you should have known you were going to touch. So you're going to be found guilty of a battery. But yet still, you may say to the cop, well, I touched him, but I didn't need to. I lost your case. Okay? So, be quiet. You may be guilty, but there may be ways in which you could serve less time than what you would if you just be quiet. Ask for your lawyer. They know the law, you don't.
We're supposed to stand behind you in the window, and you're wondering, why are they standing over there? I can't see them. If I come here, our safety again, you could assault me or hit me or shoot me. We're supposed to stand behind you and talk to you behind you. Another officer for safety should be over here, on your right, looking into the car. Who's with you? Who's traveling with you? In our community, we ask for your driver's license, registration. You should be saying to us where it is. In my glove box, in my pocket. Just 1 second, officer. If you start off with, what you stopped me for? What up? What is your name? Ray Ray? Well, where's that going to? Where's that leading to? Think about it. Think about it. One of the things that Sandra Day talked about, Trinity Day this morning, was the importance of taking a breath. If I say, step out the car, what's your name? What's your address? Step out the car. Step out the car. Over here, over here, over here. How do you feel hearing those words said to you? It isn't comfortable. It is not. No one wants to be told really what to do in the world. But because there are rules and regulations we have to follow, so there is calm in society. There's peace in society. Spread your legs. Who wants to do that? No one really wants to. But by law, we have to ask that question to check for weapons, for safety for you and for us. Am I allowed to ask you to do that? If I'm suspicious, yeah. Probable cause, yes. But it's important that we start with respect yes sir, no sir, all of those things. Tell your children. Someone asks you to do things, you're not at home. They're not going to beg you 5 times to do that.
As the other panelists have said, you want to be mannerable, you want to be respectable, but you want to only give a little information. So if they ask for your identification, share that. But the key is to remain silent. You have a right to remain silent. Anything that you say will be used against you in the court of law. And a lot of times people are nervous, they don't know what's going on. They have misconceived notions about what is transpiring, what will transpire. So they will begin to talk and try to litigate a case with an officer, and that's not the place or the forum to do so.